Good morning, Capricorn. This is going to be your video. I have new internet and it is super speedy. I no longer have to struggle with it, pausing, freezing up, taking 4 or 5 hours to upload a video. I can get it done in an hour or less now. I'm so excited. I feel so blessed. I'm so grateful. So I hope everybody's been doing well. I've been dealing with some digestive issues lately. That I've been trying to get under control, kind of keeping a food diary, trying to eat smaller meals, because I really, I don't use, traditional medicine. I'm more of a natural person. I don't go to the doctor unless I just really, really have to. I mean, it may come to that, but that's definitely my last resort. So let me get these cards going for Capricorn. So any positive energy is appreciated at this time. I said I've had a rough couple of weeks. The weekend was horrible. Yesterday I was horrible. All right, energy oracle cards. We have a vast array of different kinds of cards. That's too many. All right, energy oracle for Capricorn. Give me a card for Capricorn. Oops. And I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take this one. All right, Vampire Oracle. This one is standing out. All right, my elf deck. Alright, for Capricorn, I need a card or two. However, I'll take however many. Doesn't just have to be one. Oh my. Alright, I got a few here and I'm going to take them. I got 3 and I'm going to take them. All right, so the first card that I have is completion. You have completed some lessons. You have had lots of repeat lessons. And if you kind of look back, it's going to have the same theme. And lessons can be difficult. These can be, difficult situations, challenges that come up. That if you kind of look at it, it's going to have a common thread. It's going to kind of be the same theme over and over again. But with this last one, it's like you had this clarity, this epiphany that, you know what? This is like the same shit over and over again. You know what? I have mastered this. I have mastered it. It's not going to show up anymore. And take what resonates, because this is a collective reading, and it's going to be different for each and every person. But you have completed this, you have mastered it, you have leveled up, almost like a video game. That's really what I look at, almost like the spiritual journey that we're all on, of remembering who we are, because that's all life is a spiritual journey. It's almost like a video game, and you level up. So you have leveled up. That might be the tagline for this video, level up. We have the poverty card. And I feel like this has a lot to do with those lessons that you've learned. Maybe it has to do with money habits. A lot of times people are, you can either be stingy or be like the opposite of stingy, like holding on to money so tight because you're scared you're not going to have enough. And this this will keep you broke. Believe it or not, holding on too tightly to money will keep you broke. And the reason why it will keep you broke is because you have this fear of loss, this fear of scarcity, of lack, of not having enough. And you have to spend money, get it out there circulating in order for it to come back to you. Sometimes I'll have, like, let's say I got $10 to my name. I'll be like, oh my God, I need to hold on to this. I don't want to be broke. But, sometimes I'll take a leap of faith. I'll be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to spend it. And then sure enough, someone will call me with an order, a sizable order, because I have, my own company. I work in sales. And, maybe they'll spend $50, $60. And I'll be like, whoa. But you have to kind of take that leap of faith. Or you could kind of maybe be on the other hand where maybe you're not responsible with money. You tend to fuck off money. I'm getting, somebody, maybe you like to gamble, or maybe lottery tickets. And so you're being really asked to look at your financial situation, really assess it. And decide what needs to be done, because I feel like that is that completion here. One of those lessons that you have is around money and some sort of money pattern, some sort of money cycle that you have been stuck in. All right. We have mother birth. I'm getting for someone, you're having a baby. If you've been trying to have a baby, that is coming. This can actually be an actual pregnancy. And, I don't usually do that. I don't usually confirm pregnancies. I'm not a doctor. But I'm getting for somebody's having a baby. This can actually be the birth of an idea. Giving a birth to, setting the intention to manifest something in your life and really seeing it come to life, really manifest. And that's an amazing feeling, when you do this and you realize that you really are a co-creator with the universe and you really are the master of your own ship. Because we are, you've got to realize that and take back your power from anybody you've given it to, anybody who you feel like has power over you, who is limiting you. I mean, it could be, there's a lot going on right now with race. And it's very unfortunate that people can't see past the meat suits that people are wearing and actually see the soul within. But don't let any type of, I don't like the term minority, because it's so disempowering. And even women are considered minorities. So don't let anybody limit your power, because the physical consequence, the physical, what it looks like in the physical world, the illusions are just that, they're illusions. And you can create anything that you want to. You don't have to be limited by physical circumstances. So release that mentality, that victim mentality. Door to spirit. You're being asked to, like I said, not only see past the physical illusions of the physical world, but connect more to your higher self, who you really truly are, not just, your ethnicity, your gender, your race, your socioeconomic status, all of that. That is not who you really are. You're really being asked to connect to who you really are on a soul level, your true self. This is where your power is. Kali, we have death. This is not an actual death. This is actually, and there's a lot of bullshit out there in, spiritual communities. I really had to find out for myself by doing just this, by connecting to my higher self, my ancient soul that has all of the universal truths that I need. But, for a long time, I was just trying to kill my ego. I'm just going to kill my ego and I'm just going to be my soul. This ego that I took on, my mind, my thoughts, my beliefs, I'm just going to kill it. Sorry, I've been having really bad digestive issues. Your ego does not have to die. In fact, this is how we experience humanity. I mean, we're not walking around here just, like ghosts and sheets and shit. We're actually in physical form. We're actually, flesh and blood. Even though even though there is a light, a power source inside of us that is actually powering us. Imagine, like, okay, you have this toy, okay? And this toy is not going to run without batteries. How many times you bought your kids something for Christmas and forgot batteries? Been like, shit. Back in the old days, the stores weren't even open on Christmas when I was a kid. You didn't have batteries. And man, you had some very unhappy kids. But that toy is not going to function without the batteries. That is the soul and the ego. Okay, so they work together. You don't actually have to kill the ego off. And not just that, but even physical death is not the end, because you're still going. You can take them batteries out of that toy. Let's say that toy breaks, it just won't run anymore. You take the batteries out, you're like, shit, maybe it's the batteries. You put them in something else, and the batteries, they work in something else. It's just that is not working. So, your soul is the battery and your body is the toy. So we have broken heart. So I'm basically with this, in this death card, I'm sensing very strongly maybe somebody has experienced death lately of someone close to them. Maybe you are experiencing grief, and you are brokenhearted as a result of it. And like I said, death is not the end. Death is much harder than the people that get left behind, than the actual soul that is no longer in physical form. I'm a medium, so I spend a lot of time with souls without bodies. And they're really no different than us, other than the fact that they don't have all of that ego-based shit anymore, because once your soul leaves your body and you return to source, you're no longer jealous, you're no longer angry, you're no longer bitter, you're no longer, in this victim mentality over shit that happened in your childhood, and you're no longer heartbroken over this person or that person, because you've returned to source energy, which is love. So, like I said, death is much harder for us because of our attachment that we have to that particular person. But like I said, if you can kind of remember the battery and the toy analogy, that is the message that the spiritual guidance that's coming through, what they want you to know about the situation. And made in passion. You're being asked to really connect to something that you have not done for a while, that gives you a lot of passion, a lot of joy. I don't know if fishing is coming up for somebody. Maybe somebody likes to fish. You haven't fished for a while. No, in Indiana, it's getting kind of cold here. I don't know what part of the world you're in, but, you can still fish even when it gets cooler. Maybe hiking, camping, so whatever it is that you've been wanting to do that you have not done for a while. You're being asked to do this because this will really make your heart sing. This will help you with this energy here. And maybe it was something you enjoyed doing as a child. Maybe you want to go to a game, like a football game, or I know I love high school games. There's nothing like going to watch like a high school football game in the fall, put a hoodie on, and, that's just the energy that I'm getting, with this card. Creator, catalyst, maker, mother, father. So, I feel like there's some complicated relationships with parents. Maybe with your parents, you still have some things that you need to release. You really have to understand that as hard as it is to believe, our parents, 9 times out of 10, I know some people just have really shitty childhoods. Like, I'm not laughing, because, I know it's serious, but 9 times out of 10, our parents did the best that they could with what they were given, with how they were raised. I know, like my mother, she wasn't very loving, but, her parents weren't very loving. She wasn't taught that. So we really have to kind of be more accepting and empathetic and forgiving and understand that everything happened for a reason. And if you really look at, even your childhood, even if it was kind of shitty, I know mine was kind of shitty. Look at how much you learned as a result from it. Look at what it taught you, even if it was strength, if it was power, if it was wisdom. Try to look at the positive side of it. Mother regeneration. We have to be able to elevate our minds. And like I said, sometimes you have to take a situation, like I was saying, like with the parents, that seems shitty, and look for a silver lining. Flip it around. That's how we transmute lower energies. Lower vibrations. Imagine going to the store and, imagine driving, okay, and someone behind you or beside you, they have road rage. They're just blowing the horn. Maybe the light turned red and you weren't on it right away, and they're just, I hate that. It makes me just want to slow down. It just makes me want to take my time. It kind of it triggers my ego. When somebody triggers your ego, if you can just shrug and be like, oh, well, you know what? I don't even have the energy to put into this. It is whatever, and I'm definitely not going to let something like that ruin my day. They probably had a shitty day, or, maybe they're just a miserable person. I saw a meme, I think it was last night. I love memes. Be kind to unkind people because they need it most. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting with this card. Stop giving away your power to, miserable people, people who are very unhappy. Stop giving away your power to them. The Yule Singer, rebirth, feasting, joy. You're going to have some things come to you in the winter months, around the holidays. Some things that you have been working on manifesting in your life are going to show up around Christmas time. And you're going to be really surprised. And like I said, this is a general reading, but for each of you, this will be different. So do take what resonates. Expect lots of surprises around Christmas time. The Fairy Norn, planning, patience, cooperation. Patience. Everything that is happening right now in your life is teaching you patience. So many times we live in this society where we just want it now. We want it instant. If we have a pain, we want, or something going on with us, give me a pill right now to make it better so I can get back out there and do what I've been doing. Like fast food, just anything instantaneous. We don't want to wait for it. And it's in that time that, this thing has not shown up yet, okay? It's in that time. That's the magic. That's where the magic is, because that's where the growth is and the evolution. Because imagine if, you just had everything, you're just a spoiled 2-year-old, and whatever you want, people just cater to you, just give you whatever you want, whenever you want it. Is there any appreciation? Do you learn gratitude that way? Or is there, and I'm not saying you're like this, I'm just giving an example. It's kind of a sense of entitlement instead of really being appreciative for it, because this was something, that maybe you wanted for a while. And it was in that wanting it and learning to kind of detach from it and have faith, that's where the magic was. That was the journey in itself. Sorry, this video is going over a little bit, but lots of good messages. We have Maiden Beauty. Try to learn to appreciate things for what they are, instead of giving meaning to them. Really just, there's a quote, and I can't think of it. Like a flower, you see a rose, just appreciating it. And it's this energy is coming through, and I can't really put put it into words. Sometimes energy is really hard to translate. Like for example, you go to an art museum, okay, and you see a beautiful piece of art, and you just appreciate it because it's beautiful, and not, being like, okay, well, I wonder what they were trying to say. What's the message here? What is the message they're trying to convey? But just appreciating it for the sake of art. If you can do that in your daily life, this right here, this energy right here is what you're being asked to kind of move into, because that is what will help you to manifest this. This is coming. You have to know and have faith this is coming, but you also have to kind of be in this energy here of appreciation and gratitude, which is what you're learning through this wait and this patience and this cooperation. The ancient elder experience and lessons. Yes. So this is kind of what I started with about, your lessons are not all your lessons, because you know what? If all of your lessons are completed, wouldn't it be kind of boring? The journey is the destination. You're going to have more lessons, but this particular, whatever this was, this is complete. So now you have this wisdom, and you're able to apply it. And maybe there's going to come a point where maybe you can give somebody else some advice, where you can share your knowledge, your wisdom with them. That is the energy I'm getting with this card, and I feel like maybe that's happening now. Maybe you have somebody you work with that you're able to kind of mentor and kind of give some advice to, and that's what it's all about. Well, Capricorn, this is your September reading. If you would like to have a personal reading, they are $30, and I will include in the description of the video my email address. Thank you for watching.